Happy Tuesday to those who celebrate. It's July 21st. Since it's a rare nighttime version of Happy Tuesday, I do have a little bit of whiskey with me. Join me with whatever beverages you have on hand. But cheers, friends. Since it's still July, it is still Disability Pride Month. This is a cause that means a whole lot to me because of, the company I keep and my job and kind of the people I surround myself with. I think it's really important to celebrate differences. So, the thing I want to start with today is a poem from someone with a stutter. Um, that is just one of a million and one disabilities out there. Um, but I think it's worth recognizing the large breadth of differences that we have as humans. So I'm going to start off with a poem called When I Stutter by Elizabeth Mead. But also, I'm going to link a bunch of poems down below I think you should check out. Um, I'm going to pull out a couple that I really like. So please check down below if you want um, more poetry on this topic. Once again, this is When I Stutter. Sometimes M's elongate, grow long tongues to taste the last bit of breath my body has to offer. Sometimes I's echo, like the harsh cry of a seagull, try to fly far away from the rest of my mouth, only to circle the ocean of my uncompleted sentence. Sometimes my breath becomes caught in the chamber of my throat, my head rocked back, until the words at last launches out of my mouth like a bullet or a punch. Sometimes my soft, raspy voice provides no balm to soothe the ear. Sometimes I remember Daddy said that my voice sounds like Mommy's. I rejoice then, as syllables trip over one another like eager children racing towards the playground with all the freedom that her voice no longer has. All that remains is the deep ache in my throat, vocal cords like mud stomped flat under the feet of my rowdy utterances. Uh, I think that's a lovely poem. One, for its personification of a stutter. I really like the way that she described the different sounds. But also, it adds a certain beauty to the disability, to something that could be a difficulty. She reframes it as something that has a positive edge too. And right near the end, she said when she thinks about her voice reminding people of her mom's, that's when she feels even better about herself and her voice, and she finds something beautiful in something that could be a difficulty. So I think it's a beautiful poem. If you want more poems, I got more down below. Um, I was excited to do today's Happy Tuesday because I feel like it's show and tell day in like elementary school. You can see my nice flower that I found in the hallway uh, at work, and I just put it in my hair. Perfect timing! I got a kitten. His name is Poe. He's trying to grab onto my phone right now. This is Poe. This is the second thing I have to share. He's probably gonna run away soon because he's got so much energy. But he's a cute little guy. He's great. He's also got the sneezes. It's okay. It's gonna go away soon. He's he's great. Um, that's my second thing to show. My third thing to show makes me so happy. My friend got me this wonderful bracelet, and I know it doesn't. You can't see the awesomeness through the camera, but my dearly past kitten, Sawin, there's a little lens. There's a little picture of him inside here that when you look in the little lens, you can see him. So now I have a little bit of my Sammy boy that I can wear, and that makes me extremely happy. This is one of the sweetest things I've received in a long time. So thank you to the person who gave me this. Um, and so I've got all kinds of little doodads. But the topic that I want to espouse upon a little bit is the idea of differences. Um, because this is Disability Pride Month, and there's a few ways people take disabilities that maybe miss the mark a little bit. One, people think of disabilities and they want to hide them or they want to not look at them at all. Um, and I can understand not wanting to like stare at people, but sometimes people go too far in trying to like pretend that things don't exist, or that even worse, that people don't exist, and that's not the way to go about it. I don't think. Um, the other way is, um, so as opposed to like hiding it, sometimes people bring too much attention to it, that like they view individuals with disabilities as like just being their disability, but there's so much more than that. So I don't know. It's hard to impart what I want to say here, but I don't think there's any way to kind of internalize this without just meeting more people with different disabilities, surrounding yourself with a diverse group of people. But the message I really want to convey is that um, as people, as individuals, those who have disabilities are literally no different. Um, I am a guy with a green shirt right now. I am a guy with a flower in my hair right now. Uh, that this flower defines me about as much as someone's disability defines them. Yeah, it's there, but it's not them, and that's the message I want to get across, is that uh, people with disabilities aren't invisible, but they're also not just their disabilities. They're whole ass people with whole ass personalities and dreams and beliefs. And I think that we are doing people a disservice when we minimize it or magnify it. The sweet spot is right in the middle. If you want to know how to treat someone with a disability, you treat them just like you treat anybody else. Maybe you might have to communicate a little bit differently, but that's about it. You should treat them with all the respect and dignity that you would give anyone. Hopefully, you give it to everyone else. Um, so, and I also want to celebrate. Um, you know, there are the the word America can be a little bit controversial. So some of these days, people have different ideas of what that is and what it stands for. But I think that America has always been a melting pot of the people with different backgrounds, different races, different ethnicities, different languages, different cultures. And but also we are a country that has always accepted differences. We've always kind of respected people's differences and allowed them to exist with us. And one thing that America does extremely well is the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act. It's one of the strongest disability protections in the entire world. So we can take pride in that. I love that. And I think that we can kind of propagate that forward by just being welcoming and accepting of other people's differences. And I think that's going to lead to a better country, a better place to live, better place at work, better neighborhoods. So this week, let's celebrate differences of everyone, of ourselves. Maybe you have some difference that you like to hide. Maybe this week, try not hiding it so much, because let's celebrate what makes us human, and what makes us human is our differences and our idiosyncrasies and things that make us a little interesting. That's about all I have for you today. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. The special nighttime version of Happy Tuesday. I'll see you next week.